I'm somewhat damp after that journey. I am on the 12th floor of, I think it's got like multiple villas and then like one giant tall building. So I'm in the giant tall building. I have stuff in the car that I just left and made a dash for because it was started pouring and it wasn't going to stop for an hour and I didn't feel like being in the car for an hour. So here we are. That is that. I had a lovely lunch and I'm going to rest a little bit before there's a happy hour that I signed up for, but it's supposed to be out there and I don't know if that's going to happen. And I have a volunteer hour before I catch up with a colleague. So that's what we're here for. I did go to Publix and stocked up on some watermelon and some like peeled mandarins because these were some of the cheapest fruits. And I like to just keep some fruits on hand when I travel just for like fiber. And if I get a little nippy, I have something sweet but healthy to have. And I also picked up some Smart Sweets if I do get a craving. And I have the Hilton cookies. If you know, the Hilton always has free cookies at the front desk, both gluten and gluten-free, so they have options. And I have water in the car, but I'll pick that up later. Water's fine in the car. For now, we are wet, and we don't need to be more wet just to bring water into the place. So I'll get the water tomorrow, or later, probably later. But I am on the 12th floor, so I do want to avoid having to take the elevator if I can. But I don't necessarily want to take the stairs up for 12 floors. It's a very tall building, so choices.
So she's named after the notorious outlaw Kissing Kate Barlow from that very book, and that just shows you how much I love being a library kid. Even though I never consciously made the decision to become a librarian, to go to get my master's degree, I think it was just feeling so safe as a library kid that made me make that decision after all those years. It's all because of my beloved librarians, those people who always made me feel like I wasn't alone.
I went to get takeout for lunch. I am managing to avoid eating at the hotel as long as I can. I had the Belvitas that I brought, which are not like the best breakfast, but it's filling enough. So I think I can skip breakfast as far as having to buy food, and I'm trying to get like more affordable options off like the hotel territory. I'll probably have dinner in the hotel tonight just because timing and logistics, but there's also like a reception thing where I can get some snacks. So I am maximizing the free food / cheap food options just because I know that when they give me back my funds, it's a stipend. It's not the full amount. It's nowhere near what it would cost if I was actually eating in the hotel for 3 meals a day. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna have some orange chicken and rice, and they gave me a free soda, so that's lovely. So I've got Diet Coke, and it says partner. Like howdy, y'all. And I might have to leave it in the bag because it looks like it might be messy if I go outside. We're not about having to clean stuff up, so. Ooh, it's nice and hot. I just went with regular orange chicken and white rice. I didn't want anything like too fried, so I didn't go for the fried rice. There's a few nice little restaurants across the way, so supporting local businesses, and I'll eat at the hotel eventually, but I think on average every dish in the hotel starts around minimum like $18 for something that isn't just like a bread platter. Like there's a breakfast, like continental breakfast platter that's just like muffins and bagels and stuff, and that's the cheapest one, but it is just, I think it's like $15 just for bread. So gonna economize as much as I can because I'm still trying to stay within budget even if I am traveling for work. So let's see. It's good. It's got little bits of orange. Very nice. I see some rogue broccolis in the bottom and white rice. So I'm gonna enjoy this. And then I have to go back downstairs to do more stuff. I'm on a bunch of panels, meetings, tabling. I signed up for volunteer stuff. I'm mostly here for volunteer committee roles rather than attending the conference, but that is the hand we have been dealt this year. I'll try to check in later. I'm so tired. I have slept okay though. I will say, like, I've slept better than I usually sleep in hotels. However, after like getting up really early for the last 3 days and not really sleeping much the night before I came out because, you know, anxiety had me waking up at 4 a.m. I miss my bed and I miss my cats, but I've got one more day to go beyond today. I've got like today and one more day, so like a day and a half to go before I get back home. I'm going out today with to meet up with one of my writing group girls because she lives in this area and I'm excited to get to meet her. I'm also excited to get to go to Disney Springs because I haven't been there in at least 5 or 6 years now. This conference used to be hosted like right next to Disney Springs. It's moved around, not just Orlando, but Florida a few times. So we are now actually next to SeaWorld, which I have never been to. Not really interested in going. I am not a person who cares too much for creatures of the sea because I have, I want to say it's called thalassophobia, which is like fear of the deep ocean. So that's not my place. Yeah, it's a nice morning in Orlando. Luckily, it hasn't poured. I started out the first 2 days, it was raining across like all of southern and central Florida, and I was worried about it like just being like just a deluge the whole week, but it stopped raining after that big downpour that caught me, and now it's okay. So that's good. I can drive around Orlando. Driving is terrifying to me. It's all highway. I don't know how to go through the local streets, and anytime I look up a place, it's literally like get on the I-4 and keep going. So I do not like doing that in the rain. I've done it before and I never look forward to that experience. So I'm gonna have some hotel coffee just to wake up and then go buy some downstairs because I think they're just opening up the little coffee shops and stuff, but I'm also trying to save some money. So I will go a little later, probably pick up a latte, but I'm gonna have the Bovitas because we are saving money. Yesterday I did just have the leftovers for dinner, so that was good. Also, I don't want to create waste, and hotel food is not only just really expensive, but usually too much, and it's not like I could take it home. So I am glad I found the little microwave under the nightstand though, so I was able to heat up yesterday's leftovers, and that was nice. It was just what I needed. So I will show you guys around Disney Springs when I get there. I brought most of my supplements
and emergency meds in here. So I will take these also. I didn't bring everything, I just brought what was needed. I'm gonna watch some YouTube, have some breakfast, and make myself presentable.
Where do you come from this thing? I just wanted to pop on and say that I realized that I never actually wrapped up that vlog, and so I wanted to do a quick outro. It's a week and like a day since I was at the conference. I came back to an air conditioning fiasco, and I had to do an emergency clean out because my AC was leaking into my bedroom. It was a whole thing. And then I had a massive migraine, and it was like a very busy week. So I kept intending not only to edit that vlog, but to add to it, and that never happened. And since I'm already feeling way behind on vlogging because I never got around to the other April vlog, it's already the end of May. I never even did my May monthly budget because everything just kind of happened between trying to do 2 novels, trying to get ready for the conference, and some personal life stuff that I'm not quite ready to talk about. We'll see. Whichever way it goes, once I have a decisive answer, I will talk about it. But right now, it's one of those it's out of my hands type situations that I am trying to remain cautiously optimistic about. But until I have a final answer, I just kind of want to keep it to myself. But please send me good energy, put it out there into the universe. I am trying to do a big major life thing, and I am just trying to hope for the best at this point. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and that's fine. But if it happens, it'll be a big change. So that's stuff that's been kind of in the back of my mind as I just do all these things. Next month, I'm hoping to finally be able to slow down a little bit, at least in terms of life stuff, because I do have a 3-week-ish vacation coming up for just to stay at home, catch up on stuff, and finally declutter the closet. I did declutter the clothes and clothing in the closet and the drawers, but I didn't really record that because again, there was so much stuff going on and I just kind of wanted to get it out of my house. So I did get rid of a very large TJ Maxx bag and a large brown bag, the size of a Whole Foods brown bag. So a good amount of clothes and one fan that just was kind of useless. It was cute and more decorative than useful. I had it a few years ago. I bought it because I needed a small fan, and then it was kind of a waste because it didn't really do much for me. So I did donate that. Somebody else might enjoy at least the look of it, but I got tired of having it in my closet for the last like 2.5, 3 years. So that's gone. But I need to do that with everything. And I also want to get a new bookshelf so that I can replace one that's in the living room that was like a cheap $15 Target bookshelf that I bought many years ago. So these are all summer plans. I want to finally get around to the stuff I've been intending to do while on vacation for, at this point, almost 2 years. But every time vacation has come around, something has happened, and the closet is just one of those where like I need a sustained amount of time to bring everything out, because once everything comes out, it'll like take over my bedroom, and I will be very uncomfortable if I can't just like put it back. So that's the plan there. I'm hopeful that, you know, stuff will, you know, finally go in one direction or the other, but I'm still just focusing on writing. That is still the big life goal overall, is to get one of these, well, yes, get novel number 1 done. Definitely get at least novel 1 ready to publish by the fall, which really means getting it ready to publish by the end of summer. It's kind of a moving target at this point. Some stuff has just gotten delayed, and some stuff has frankly just kind of scared me. Like things going on politically have kind of scared me with writing and censorship and book bans and stuff like that. It's kind of gotten into my head and has kind of just put a damper on my moving forward with certain things. But if it's going to get done, it's going to get done. So I just don't know how long the LLC process is going to take, and the setup process. And because I'm focusing on edits right now, on final edits, which have been slower because of the migraines and the conference. Like this month, I've gotten 50 something pages edited in book 1. And of course, I'm struggling with I told myself I wouldn't, but I am struggling with like areas where I'm like, you know, I could just tighten this up, or, you know, I could make this a little better, which is why doing the final edit myself and not being able to afford a proofreader has been a struggle. But, you know, the goal is to make it as good as possible. So if there's an area that I feel like could be improved upon, I am. And it's also the struggle because as I read book 1, I'm like, oh wow, my writing has changed so much. And that's true of anyone who's been writing. I've been writing now like with the intention to publish for a very long time, almost 20 years if you really think about when I first started writing when I was in college, when I was kind of just dabbling with writing, and it was YA fantasy that I was more interested in going into. But so yeah, so every book is a little bit better. This is a series that I still love, but every time you read your old work, it's a struggle. When I was in grad school, my thesis director was like, pick a theme or a topic you like, because you're going to be sick of it by the end. And truer words have never been spoken, because I do love this novel and I do love this entire series. But every time I read it, I'm like, not again, you know? So it's mostly because I just want to move on. I want to move on to the next one. I want to put them out into the world. And it's always been a slow process for me because of, you know, the fact that I have a full-time job, I have a long commute, I have chronic health issues that delay my progress. So all those things always make me feel like I'm behind. And obviously, you know, it's my own timeline. I'm only as behind as I tell myself I am. So I will remain hopeful in that area too. So right now, just like I said, send me good vibes so I can get through the rest of this summer and get these things in place, and maybe get some good news somewhere along the line, but I will see about that. So that is all. I will check in with you guys later. I'm hoping to put this out as soon as possible. So if this is not out before the end of May, happy June. If it is out by the end of May, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.